the first video for livestock productions on YouTube. And my name is Phil Machi, and I'm here to be your guide. Today I want to show you my latest book, which is called Silver Lining, and it is a compilation of the very first 81 comic strips from my Retail Sunshine series. And today I want to focus a little bit on the hardcover edition. But to do that, I'm going to show you what has led up to this point. So, for the past 4 years, well, now it's been 5 years, but we'll just say 4 years because that's when the book came out. I was making these right here, and these are Minicomics. And Minicomics were a way for me to collect the series in increments leading up to eventually a big book. So this was issue number 3, and they were never numbered. I just memorized the order of the covers. But the way these books worked, they were flip style, and there would be like an advertisement in front of it for another Retail Sunshine product. In this case, that was for "'Twas the Day After Turkey," which we'll get to that later. And then there would be the comics, and there would be 13 episodes in each issue. And so that was how I was doing things. These are 5x7 books. And the reason why I'm doing this today, by the way, is because I want to give a feeling for how these books look and how they feel. Even though you can't feel them through the screen, I can kind of give you more of a description. The website doesn't do it justice. It's just a small picture. And I felt this would be a much better way to share that with everybody. So on Halloween of 2012, so just a few months back, I came out with this book right here. And this is the paperback edition of Silver Lining. And you'll notice that it's a floppy type book. And on the side you can see the title and then the name. And on the back you'll see that there's a comic strip and a barcode, because I am working towards getting this into certain stores. So it's ready for that. And we're going to put this down now, because the real focus of this video is this book, which is the hardcover edition. Now the difference here, aside from it just being hardcover, is I put a few noticeable marks to show that it was more of a collector's item. There is an extra sheep logo right here, where there was not one on the paperback. And on the back, where there was once a barcode, there is a little collector's edition stamp, we'll call it. And that is there just to signify that this is a little bit more something special, something to keep on your shelf that won't fold over time. So we're going to open up this book now and take a look at what's inside. And you'll notice that there's a white blank page. This is customary of hardcover editions. The paper in both the hardcover and in the paperback is really high grade quality. I usually pick like 80 pounds or more for the weight, so it has a feeling of permanence. I feel like since there's so many things that are going digital, and that's fine that things go digital, I'm not opposed to it, but I do feel like if you're going to make something physical, it should be something that stands out from the rest. So anyway, this is the title page, and usually when I sign a title page for someone in person, I use a silver pen, and I fill in the Silver Lining letters with silver, and it kind of is shiny. So that's something that I do when I go to conventions and people get a book from me. We're going to go ahead and open up the book. There's a thank you page, and this one says collector's edition right in the middle. The paperback one will not say that, or does not say that, I should say. And here is the introduction. It's 2 pages, and it talks about how transitioning from my livestock comic series to Retail Sunshine, how that was an interesting transition. So as you turn the page and it goes over to Retail Sunshine, you've got the first comic right there. I'm not going to show you every page. We're just going to skip through, because there's 81 comics to look at. I will say though, they're all in full color, and each comic takes up a full page, and this was the way that they are meant to be seen. I know people look at them online and they're a certain shape and size and quality, but these are printed in as high quality as I was able to do it. I usually keep things around 600 DPI and send it off to the printers that way. And worst case scenario, I go 300 DPI, but but 600 is where I try to keep everything. And once you pass through the 81 comics, there is a table of contents for a different section, and that section is called the warehouse. And the idea behind the warehouse is that it would be an extras section, so a section where I would put things that I felt were really important to the overall world of Retail Sunshine, but wouldn't fit in the 81 comics section. And I'll just briefly go over them. There's a cover gallery where I show the covers of all the mini books, and a cover for the poem I illustrated called "'Twas the Day After Turkey." And then there's a section called "Climbing to the Top," which talks about a graphic I made and why I made it. Another one called "Retail is Scary." That's for another graphic, but that was a graphic specifically made for Halloween apparel, like hoodies and t-shirts and things. And then there's one that's called "Signs," and "Signs" is referring to a large stand-up sign I made of the yellow shirt character, which he is currently in the same room with as me right now. But I'll show you the image here in a moment. Maybe one day I'll make a video about that giant sign. Below that is Magazine Moments, and that is referring to Retail Sunshine being printed in Best Buy's The Link magazine. And the moment when I had a cover issue, which was pretty exciting. Casual Day is a graphic I made for Best Buy, for the store I worked at. I just was doing something for our store's Casual Day. It was kind of the first time I made something with those characters for a purpose that was other than making a comic. So I felt that was worth putting in there. Blueprints is a section that's all about the small graphics I draw to plan my comics before I make them. So it's an entire page filled with those things. And then Puppetry in the Round is the last section, and that is talking about the history of the spiky-haired character in Retail Sunshine who uses puppets. So he has become big enough of a deal that I think it's worth making his own section. So here is the cover gallery. I'm just going to flip through that briefly. These two covers have not been used on mini books yet, but they will be, so that's why I included them in the book. So as of this current video posting, their only location right now is in this book. There's "'Twas the Day After Turkey," the full wraparound cover on one page. There's the climbing to the top type of a look, or type of a picture. It was called Corporate Ladder, or Corporate Step Ladder, I should say. It just talks about that. And on the next page we have the "Retail is Scary" drawing and the story behind that, followed by the checkout guy. That was a fun project. Here's Magazine Moments. That was the cover I did for the Link magazine, the actual cover, just printed here in the book. And then these are illustrations I made for articles, individual articles in the Link. And that was a little graphic to get people to try to submit their stuff to the Link. Next we have the Casual Day image, which is, to this day, the only drawing I've made where there are pants. And there's the blueprints page, lots of fun little drawings. I think it's a fun thing to look at those and then try to go back through the book and see which comic it related to. And lastly, we've got Puppetry in the Round, and there's the history of the Retail Sunshine puppet show guy, followed by another blank page for protective purposes, and then the back cover. So, yeah, I'm very interested in hearing what everyone thinks. If you'd like me to do more of these unboxing type videos, let me know in the comments below. This is definitely just the first of many. I plan on making a lot more videos under Retail Sunshine. You probably heard my cat in the background there. And thank you for watching, and see you guys later.